Royal Challengers Bangalore. And why we want to talk about it, because I said we'll start with the two franchises where captaincy is an issue. So the big thing right now in terms of captaincy, that is Virat Kohli. Is Virat Kohli the RCB captain? Is that what it seems like? Because I'm looking at that squad and honestly I see no option. I'll give you some options that people will talk about. People could talk about Krunal. He did captain Lucknow Super Giants briefly. There could be Jitesh, who was vice captain at one point, with the Indian team. And then there's Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, who could be someone that you can look at in terms of captaincy. But if I look at all captaincy options that they've got, I'm going with Virat.
One more captaincy option they have, who was trying to be the captain last time quite desperately, Tim David. He tried to show his captaincy credentials a lot last year with the Mumbai Indians. So he might as well be thinking that he could be one option. I don't know if the franchise is thinking or not, but he definitely is thinking, because last year, so he was very into all the planning, and he tried. I don't know if he was part of the leadership group or not, but yeah, if he was, it seemed like he was part of the leadership group. So if he was a part of the leadership group in Mumbai Indians, then here maybe just a very
Who's your captain?
Outside chance. For me, I'm just keeping in mind that Virat wouldn't captain, so that's why for me it's Krunal.
Virat, hands down, is the captain. Because are you going to make a bowler as your captain? In RCB.
Who bowler?
Bhuvaneshwar. Bhuvi has captaincy experience in the UP domestic circuit, but then in the IPL, when you look at it, see, they have made Daniel Vettori in the past as a captain. He was a bowler. Yeah, he was an SRH captain also. So, would you want to get Bhuvaneshwar Kumaran as your captain? That's one very interesting thing. Knowing RCB and their conservativeness, I don't think so. And that is why Virat is the captain. One last push for him.
Arshad, what is it that you're doing? I'm writing thesis.
No, because I'm in the company of a veteran, and he's doing all the talking, and I'm enjoying just listening. Two veterans. Two. To my left. But I said that I'd want to make a comment on the leadership for RCB after the auction's done. And now I think they really have no option but to beg, borrow, plead, whatever that they want to do now, and just ask Virat.
Why do they have to beg? See, if the team has been made, they would have consulted Virat. If it's become like this, they don't have to. They would have had a plan in mind. Either they have somebody in mind that they're going to give the captaincy to, or it's Virat only.
Given how the auction's gone for them, I don't think the word planning was anywhere in the conversation for RCB. But jokes aside, I'm not too sure if Virat would have okayed being the captain right at the very start. I think things have gone not as per plan for RCB, because I've seen no inkling from Virat that he would want to take up leadership again. Yes, he said it out loud clearly numerous times that RCB is the franchise that he sticks with for the rest of his life. But captaincy was nowhere mentioned. So I think for me, I'll be taken by surprise if Virat Kohli is reinstated as the captain.
Well, if you want me to say, Virat was captain of RCB for 8 years. Okay. In that period, led them to the knockout stages regularly, failed spectacularly also. 2 wooden spoons also. Rating Virat Kohli's captaincy when it comes to RCB and with the resources that he had available because of his and the management's own doing, it's only about, I would rate it a very, very average score of 51%. I would rate his approval in that sense for captaincy for RCB. But as far as this squad is concerned, I am giving it 2 out of 10.
That's terrible. That's a total bias.
I was just thinking.
Absolute.
I was just thinking. We did this same exercise last time after the auction, and as soon as RCB came or that flashback came, I remember Vishy sir giving the exact same numbers to RCB.
And they did pretty well.
No, but just before,
Yes,
just before
exactly.
Eliminator.
Yeah.
But that's top 4. That's a top 4 team. If you gave any team 2 points and they made it to top 4, I'm sorry, but the analysis is way off.
No.
It is.
I'll tell you why.
It is. It is.
Again,
A 2, if you get 2 out of 10, they make playoff.
83 crores in your kitty, you could have had the best players that you could have had. You didn't RTM Mohammad Siraj, you didn't RTM Akashdeep, Will Jacks, you let him go to Mumbai Indians for 5.25. You're left with Liam Livingston, who's not been in form. Okay. Patidar, Devdutt, okay, you are going to start with Rajat Patidar. Okay. Phil Salt, you don't know which side of the bed he will turn up on. You got Jitesh. Okay, good luck in trying to ensure that he does well. Krunal, Tim David is more miss than hit. Dayal, Rasik Salam, Suyash, Hazelwood, Bhuneshwar. Fine, they'll puff their way into the playoffs all over again. Like what
So
happened?
if a team, by the way, Siddharth, if a team reaches playoff and you are saying even this team will reach playoff, then they can't be getting 2 out of 10. That's my only argument. You have your valid point that they didn't retain this, didn't retain that. There are problems. You'll do it. But then to give 2 is and then you can't say they're going to reach playoff. Then if you're giving 2 out of 10, then you have to say, I write it on a piece of paper, they are finishing last. Then I agree. Go for 2.
Fine, okay. You know the circumstances what happened in 2024. By that time, when I had rated 2 out of 10, even then also, they had lost 6 out of 7 games and they were staring dead last. What happened afterwards? Individual brilliances propelled them into the eliminate. Of course.
That's what happens in
individuals
IPL.
also they bought in the IPL auction
but
only.
individual brilliances only take teams now. There will be somebody or
But
the other who will.
forget that. They had already won the IPL. When they beat Chennai Super Kings, they beat them at the Chinnaswamy. That was it. They celebrated as they won the IPL. So why are we harping on the fact that they made it to the playoffs? They won the IPL.
Okay, we have to move on to all teams. You've given 2 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that they really pulled back things much better today. Day 2 was pretty good for RCB. The way they started was clearly very, very terrible. And I think after that only, I think it was end of day 1 when they would have talked to Virat, and Virat's mind has come into this team and they've started planning out according to that, because today was a much better day for them. I think it's just this, because see, Hazelwood, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, I think the best options for the contestants they have, they aren't really quick. They're somebody who can swing the ball and they are not too quick, who can sort of take into the cleaners very easily. So I think good on them to buy a Bhuvneshwar Kumar. Tim David and Rasik Salam and Dayal are also sort of the same options. Good to get Krunal, Livingston they had already had yesterday. Devdutt Patikal a good backup for Patidar, and he can even open if required. So I think today they've done a really, really good job. The only place I think where they are going to suffer is the spinning department. They just have Suyash and Krunal, nobody a wicket taking spinner in that sense, and Suyash not the ideal conditions for him, so unlucky. He is really unlucky to be in RCB. But other than that, I gave 6 to KKR, 6.5 to KKR. So I think I'll give a 7 to RCB.
I think it's they're inferior to KKR, so I'm giving 6.
RCB are concerned, yes, Yash Dayal starts. Also Bhuvi and Josh Hazelwood. It looks okay on paper, but I don't think they have enough resources to be a challenging team. And it'll be interesting to see how this bunch sort of comes together. The one good name I liked them, pick up today was that of Tim David. But again, you don't know which Tim David turns up. So all in all, I'm going with about 6.5 for RCB.
Okay, so there's 6.5. There is 6.5. There is 7, and there is Siddharth
2.
with 2.
Yep.
You're also 6.5 for RCB. You're a 6 for RCB,
No, sorry. So there is 1 6. The first one is not 6.5. It's 6. Yes, that's correct.
Actually, I'll also change it to 6.
Okay, so 2 6s, 1 7,
Harsh.
and
They're not
one.
that different.
You gave 7.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell us to.
No, I'm just telling.
He's given 6. Let's go. Next team. Nobody's questioning your 7. You deserve it. I'm not saying no, Shashwat. I think it's wrong. I think they're worse than that. Why have you given them 7? No, I think you should give them 5.
I gave them 2.
Yeah,
She
see,
said you're
I'm not
spoiled.
arguing with
Whole average.
Siddharth if he's given 2.
2 is very high.
I have my justification, and we are
Sure,
like
sure. You gave